Tonight on CTV News, CTV chats with Kwon Yearby and the ASCSU about the recent impeachment.
And we take a look at the Around the Horn celebration that took place Thursday morning.
Thanks for tuning in to CTV News. I'm Elizabeth Ruiz.
And I'm Kaitlyn Connolly.
One person is dead and 2 others are injured after an explosion at the fracking site in Weld County Thursday morning. The accident occurred around 9:30 at a fracking site located off Highway 66 and Weld County Road 9 1/2. The site is located about 40 miles east of Fort Collins. The condition of the 2 persons injured are unknown at this time, but the Weld County Sheriff's Office spokesman says the transported individuals have serious injuries. Investigators believe a high-pressure water line ruptured. The fracking site is closed off as the investigation continues.
Around the Horn is a brand new free shuttle system that takes students, faculty, and guests around CSU. The bus system was created in order to encourage people to take the public transportation. The new bus system already has over 14 bus stops around campus and will continue to expand in May. I talked to a few students promoting Around the Horn today.
Have you guys heard about the Around the Horn?
Yeah.
Have you ridden it?
Thursday, November 13th, CSU held its first Around the Horn promotional event at 2 bus stops near campus. Students such as Haley Cameron and Taylor Castaneda are enrolled in the JTC 490 workshop with University External Relations and put on the event to educate students and encourage them to ride the new, free Transport bus.
So we're out here promoting the Around the Horn bus. Around the Horn is a free campus shuttle for all students, staff, and campus visitors. It has 14 stops all around campus, and it makes a loop within 10 minutes, so it can get you all the way from Moby to the Lake Street Garage.
Around the Horn is CSU's new free shuttle system designed to help people around campus get to their destination both quickly and efficiently. CSU created the Around the Horn bus system to encourage students to use public transportation, therefore making it both free and efficient.
That's what we're doing here. We're creating an experience for the Around the Horn. So we want people to ride it and not just ride it to ride it. It's all about the experience of being a part of campus, of being able to get around campus easier, especially on chilly days like today. It's super important that you stay warm and you can get from A to B super quick and fast without freezing.
The new bus system started this year and already includes 14 stops around campus and will expand to the university's Foothill campus, veterinary teaching hospital, and additional routes down Elizabeth Street in mid-May.
Make sure to check out the new bus system and tweet or Instagram your pictures using the hashtag Around the Horn for a chance to win prizes.
The cold has been extremely harsh, especially here in northern Colorado. Poudre Valley Hospital has seen 2 cases of extreme cold exposure so far. Keep yourself safe while walking around campus by following these tips suggested by the Coloradoan. Wear layers of clothes, don't forget hats and gloves. If you start shivering, seek shelter. Shivering is a sign of your body losing temperature. And finally, be on the lookout for frostbite symptoms, which include discolored and waxy feeling skin.
The Colorado State University Fashion Group International Student Chapter will be holding its annual Recycled Fashion Show on Saturday, November 15th. The Pop Couture Show will take place in the Laurie Student Center Ballroom at 7 at night. Student tickets are $8 and can be purchased at csutix.com or at the CSU box office on campus. Fashion Group International is a global nonprofit professional organization with more than 5,000 members in the fashion industry. Along with putting on the annual fashion show, the CSU chapter participates in volunteer activities and conduct workshops. Check them out on Facebook by searching Fashion Group International CSU Student Group.
Tension over the first ASCSU impeachment in Colorado State history continued Wednesday night as former Senator Kwon Yearby and several other students protested during the gallery input at the Senate meeting.
Make the change that the students want to see. They have so many great ideas.
Every Wednesday night, the Associated Students of Colorado State University, also known as ASCSU, meet to discuss and vote on legislation and recommendations to give to the General Council and Associated CSU Board of Governors. In an open speaking period called the gallery input, people who don't have speaking rights in Senate are allowed to speak and appeal to the Senate body.
Gave me a little bit of hope.
While it is a rare occasion for anyone to speak during this time every week, former Senator Kwon Yearby and several other students all stepped up to the podium Wednesday night.
The students are not stupid, and I said that every Senate session. The students are not stupid. Give them the chance to rally for you all.
During this time, transparency and diversity regarding Yearby's impeachment for harassment seemed to be the topics of focus.
Even if I did do those things, and I'm saying that I didn't do those things, looking at the evidence, when there's nothing really there, it calls into question whether or not it was a racial issue, and why is there such this effort to kick out someone who's been fighting for diversity this entire time.
But Vice President Lance Puma said the impeachment wasn't over racial issues and that ASCSU strives to be diverse and inclusive.
Would you say that we're the textbook definition Wikipedia of inclusivity? We strive to be. That's open for everyone else's interpretation. Could we be more inclusive? Of course. We always try to make sure that we are on par with the CSU mission statements, such as diversity. We always talk to Mary Ontiveros, the Vice President of Diversity, and how our office can more mirror hers, and vice versa.
After much controversy the past week over the impeachment process of Yearby, Puma also stated how their handling of the situation followed the ASCSU procedure.
We followed our Constitution and our procedures, which were voted on by Mr. Yearby as well. He partook in how we handled it, how we were going to go about it, and he was definitely in charge of how that was shaped. He voiced comments. He also casted a vote on who should have sat on the committee.
Not wishing to rejoin the group, Yearby wrapped up his protest by explaining his expectations for the future of ASCSU after this experience.
I hope there's just reform in how they do impeachment processes and continued reform on kind of what I started of increasing diversity and increasing transparency. Those are two big issues that I've been trying to focus on when we pass any bill.
While it's still unclear why ASCSU isn't considered a state or local public body, Puma is positive ASCSU followed their constitution in the impeachment process. Yearby suggests that students continue to pressure ASCSU to be the student government that they want them to be. Weather anchor Elizabeth Prasse is here now.
It's been a cold week, hasn't it, Liz?
Yes, Kaitlyn and Elizabeth, it hasn't been just a cold week. It's been a record-setting cold week as this blast of Arctic air plunged temperatures well below normal. Now, here are a few of the records that have been broken recently. As you can see in Casper, Wyoming, they set an all-time November record low. And then in Denver, Colorado, they set a record low for November 12th. And then at 3 a.m. this morning, they also set a record low. Now, temperatures for tonight are going to continue to be in the teens and single digits. Grand Junction's going to get to 27, Gunnison 22, but look at this. 6 degrees in Colorado Springs, 11 in Denver, and then 7 degrees here in Fort Collins. Now, currently here in Fort Collins, it is 11 degrees and it is overcast. We do have a slight breeze out of the northeast, so that wind chill is 8 degrees. So make sure you bundle up tonight, Rams. It is going to be cold. Now let's take a look at this evening planner. You can see we're going to cool down to 8 degrees, and there is a slight chance of a few snow flurries, but it's not going to be quite the kind of snow that we have seen these last few days. Coming up, I'll show you how long this cold is expected to stick around.
Thanks, Elizabeth. And coming up after the break, we have your full weather forecast.
Plus, a new burrito chain is open in Old Town Fort Collins.
The next 30 seconds can save you a lot of money. Just do your laundry in cold and stick to full loads. Auto-sleep your computers. Plug your gadgets in a power strip and switch it off when you're done. Headed out? Turn back your thermostat by 10 degrees. And drive sensibly. The more energy you save, the more money you save. Find other great tips at energysaver.gov.
Welcome back, Rams. I'm meteorologist Elizabeth Prasse with your latest weather update. I hope you are keeping warm. Now, here are a few pictures I took around campus this week, as you can see right in front of the rec center. And then we do have a few Rams outside enjoying the snow. Now, let's take a look at the highs for tomorrow. We will see a small high pressure system kind of warm us up a little bit after this really cold week. Grand Junction is going to heat up to 44, 38 in Craig, 34 in Vail, 41 degrees in Denver tomorrow for the high. Now, looking at our Friday planner, we see as you head out in the morning, it will be sunny, 16 degrees. But as the day progresses, we will see those clouds start to come in, and that will cool us down to about 35 for a high, but that's still going to be a nice high compared to what we've seen these last few days. Now let's take a look at your 7-day forecast, and the good news is we are finally starting to warm up. It is not going to be freezing forever. Saturday we do have a slight chance of snow, and then Sunday we see that high is 31 degrees, and then Monday we finally get above the freezing mark with 38, and there will be a slight breeze. And Tuesday, Wednesday we'll see highs in the 40s, and what our lows are next week is what our highs for this week. So Rams, you will have to bundle up tonight, but it is going to be nice in the future. So have a wonderful weekend and stay warm.
The opening date for Trader Joe's has finally been announced. Beginning February 27th, shoppers can visit the long-awaited grocery chain. The grocery store will open at the Square Shopping Center on South College. It will feature its own brand of foods and beverages, and art pieces from surrounding neighborhood artists will decorate the store. It will be open daily from 8 in the morning to 9 at night. Trader Joe's will join recently opened Sierra Trading Post at the Square location.
After much anticipation, Illegal Pete's finally opened its doors in Old Town Thursday. The Fort Collins location is the 7th restaurant for Illegal Pete's. The chain is a Colorado-based mission-style burrito restaurant with fresh ingredients. The Fort Collins location will feature live music and has a wide variety of beers on tap. The owner hopes that the location can become a popular spot for people to eat and have a good time. CTV spoke with owner Pete Turner about the grand opening.
CSU, I love the town. I love the school, although I went to Boulder, but it's nice to have a football team I can cheer for. Yeah, I think we're a good addition to this town. We're certainly excited to be here.
Or on the location, visit illegalpete's.com. And after the break, we have sports with Alec Erickson.
And a picture that is out of this world.
Everybody has a dream. Mine was to see the ocean. And with a little help, I made it.
Sports anchor Alec Erickson is in the Trophy Lounge now.
What's happening in the world of Rams sports, Alec?
Thanks, guys. We have a lot of fall sports wrapping up, which means that teams are working hard to push themselves into the postseason. CSU Cross Country is one of the teams that is working hard to end their season on a good note. At the Mountain West Championship on Friday, the men's team placed third, kicking them out of the coaches' AP polls. However, it did not faze the team as they looked to place well on Friday in the NCAA National Championship meet. The girls, on the other hand, moved up in rankings to placing fourth at the meet. Coach Art Simmers noted that the team peaked at the perfect time. Another team looking to advance to the postseason is the football team. Speaking of the football team, quarterback Garrett Grayson is now a contender for the Heisman Trophy this year. He is one of the 16 athletes that have been nominated to contend for the title. Last weekend, the Rams defeated Hawaii, no problem, but the real game to watch was the Boise State game. Boise was losing to the New Mexico Lobos all the way until the fourth quarter, where they made an unfortunate comeback, winning 60-49. This is something for Ram fans to watch because if Boise loses and CSU wins out the rest of their season, the Rams advance to the Mountain West Championship. The New Mexico game gives a slimmer of hope that Wyoming may be able to defeat them in Laramie, or that Utah State may be able to pull off a win at Boise. The last home game of the season will be next Friday, the 22nd, against the Lobos, so be prepared to cheer on your Rams. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Alec. The first image ever from a comet has been sent back to the European Space Agency's Philae lander. Scientists believe that the spacecraft could be wedged into a pit, which could pose a problem when it has to rely on its rechargeable batteries that require sunlight. The Rosetta spacecraft carrying the lander was launched more than 10 years ago by the ESA.
Well, that's all the time that we have.
Thanks for joining us on CTV News. Check us out on the Collegian website and on Twitter at CollegianC.
Have a great night and stay warm this weekend, Rams.